Talk to us about The Boy Who Changed the World. Isn't this a beautiful book?
I am thrilled with this book. I've been asked for a number of years to write a children's book, but I didn't want to write a children's book just because I could. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do something that would make a difference. And so, you know, we talked about proof a few minutes ago. This is a story of how George Washington Carver and Norman Borlaug, Henry Wallace, a vice president of the United States that you never heard of, and a guy in Diamond, Missouri, and how their lives intersected in what we call the butterfly effect. And it's the boy who changed the world. And this is proof for a child of how much you matter. To take a child and prove to them how much they matter, how much every choice they make needs to be a good one and a thought-out one and a godly one, because everything they do matters. And that's what The Boy Who Changed the World illustrates.
What a great message, and how many of us have failed to give our children that message, how much you matter. Too often we take them for granted. We don't listen to them and don't treat them as an intelligent human being. They're just somebody who's supposed to blindly obey. But they do matter, and they do matter, and the decisions they make matter. And I suppose if we taught our children more about that, they wouldn't get into as much trouble as they do.
When we have people around us in our families, in our communities, and we are affirming each other and letting them know, not just encouraging, but proving to them how much they matter to God and to all of us, life itself will become better.
Would you tell someone at home that they matter right now?
You know, with all the opportunities that you have to listen to the media and to believe people who don't care about you, listen very carefully to me right now. You have been forgiven, and you matter, not just to me, not just to Clifton, not just to the people who are here in these studios tonight. You matter to the one who created all of us. You have been forgiven. Life can start anew. Just think of what's happening now as the second half. We're in the locker room, and in a minute, the referee's going to stick his head in and say we're headed back out on the field for the second half. The second half is always better than the first half because you know things you didn't know. You're starting new. The tragedy of man's life is not that we fail. The tragedy of man's life is that so many of us almost get there, almost succeed, and yet we don't take the field.